For centuries, humans have followed many kinds of systems to induce order and rule, and when it comes to these systems, some if not majority are rooted in faith and belief structures. With so many different cultures and backgrounds, there came a variety of religions that guided the populations around the world. However, some did not make it to the modern world compared to widely known others. Hi, my name is Jessa. Please join me as we look together the top 10 lost religions of the ancient world you never knew. Oh, and before we begin, in the last video I was in, top 10 disturbing facts about living in biblical times, I gave you guys a riddle. Did you get it? The riddle was, what goes through cities and fields but never moves? The answer is, drumroll please, a road. Your next riddle will be at the end of the video. Anyways, let's get started. Number 10, Atenism. Introduced by the pharaoh Akhenaten, also known as Amenhotep of the 4th of Egypt, Atenism was a monotheistic religion that was designated the official religion of Egypt during his reign. At first, Atenism was accepted of the other Egyptian deities, but over time they were all rejected. Because of its restrictive nature, only Akhenaten could talk to Aten. Ordinary Egyptians retained most of their old beliefs, which made the transition after his death much easier. Tablets found in the early 20th century stated that Akhenaten had become more and more obsessed with his new religion, especially after the death of his beloved wife, Queen Nefertiti, who we know from one of my past videos, the top 10 disturbing events from ancient Egypt that will freak you out. Her story was left in question due to the fact that scholars and many archaeologists still haven't located her gravesite, and how she remains a mystery still for some time. He was also the father of Tutankhamun, who actually changed his name from Tutankhaten after pressures from priests. Number 9, Mithraism. Mithraism was brought to Europe from its Persian roots after Alexander the Great's conquest. Extremely popular amongst Roman soldiers, it became one of the ancient Roman mystery cults, religious sects which were restricted to initiate and were generally quite secretive. Mithras, as he was known as the Romans, was the Persian god of the sun, or at least the airy light between heaven and earth. There's not much surviving text about Mithraism, at least for all of the central holy book, which may not have ever actually existed. Most of what we know is about the religion comes from the ruins of its temples. A detail which separates Roman worship from Mithras from the Persian god is that he is often shown slaying a bull. This has led a lot of confusion among archaeologists, as one of the most important dates of their calendar was December 25th, which was recognized as Mithras' birthday. Because of this and another few details, some people believe that parts of Christianity may have evolved from this religion, although it's very hard to prove. Number 8, Tengrism. One of the oldest religions in the world, Tengrism is said to have originated sometime in the Bronze Age between 3600 and 1200 BC. Developed by the people of the Altai Mountains in Central Asia, it is a monotheistic religion with heavy elements of ancestor worship. There is no holy book as in the other religions, and much of their early belief system has fallen out of our collective knowledge. However, it is believed that the Huns of the northern Caucasus may have worshipped a god named Tengri, to whom they said were have to sacrifice horses to. There are a number of close similarities with Christian traditions, as in this case with a lot of religions in general. The most important holiday as known in the Tengrian Epiphany takes place on December 23rd. The bulk of the tradition dates back to the 5th century AD and involves bringing home a Yule tree and decorating it. When it fell out of popularity during the Mongol era, Tengrism is still practiced to this day, as there are several politicians in Kyrgyzstan who are still trying to make it the official state religion, but it's still pretty hard. Number 7, Ashurism. The national cult of the Assyrian people, Ashurism was nearly identical to the older Babylonian religion, but with one major difference. Instead of worshipping Marduk as the supreme deity, the Assyrians chose to honor Ashur, a polytheistic religion with thousands of gods. Ashurism contained about 20 important deities, including Ishtar and Marduk. Since it is similar to the Babylonian religion, Ashurism shares a number of common stories with Judaism and Christianity, and namely the creation myth, the Great Flood, and the Tower of Babel. They also share a apocryphal tale of Lilith, the woman demon hybrid who is said to be Adam's first wife. The New Year's festival known as Akitu was the most revered date in Ashurim, lasting 11 days, and Ashur was worshipped greatly during it. The religion was founded sometime in the 18th century BC and lasted until the 5th century BC when the country of Assyria was destroyed, though it may have continued in secret for a while. Number 6, Vedism. Vedism is a religion of ancient Indo-Aryans and was popular from the 1500 BC to 500 BC. It can also be seen as the origin of modern Hindu belief system, as they shared the same holy text, the 4 Vedas, but there are differences between the two. It was a polytheistic in nature, with gods falling into two categories: Devas, the gods of nature, and Asuras, gods of moral concepts. Oral hymns were extremely important to followers of Vedism, and priests played a huge role in the various ceremonies and had to improve the lives of the followers by pleasing the gods. While Vedism did practice animal sacrifices, it was not very common. Milk and grain were used much more frequently, and Indra was the supreme god of Vedism, and one of the most popular myths was that Indra and the children of Deity, the mother of demons, after Indra had killed most of her children, deity began performing a magic to help her last her unborn son become more powerful than Indra, and when he found out, Indra hurled a thunderbolt at her womb, destroying it, and impacted turned the unborn child into 49 lesser demons, which is a lot. That's a lot of demons. Number 5. Norse. Norse religion refers to the religion traditions of the Norsemen prior to the Christianization of Scandinavia, specifically around the Viking Age. Norse religion is a subset of Germanic paganism, which was practiced in the lands inhabited by the Germanic tribes across most of northern and central Europe. However, Odin, Thor, or Freya from Norse beliefs does have many worshippers nowadays. By the 12th century, Old Norse religions have been replaced by Christianity, with elements continuing into the Scandinavian folklore. Number 4. Sumerian. The religion of the ancient Sumerians has left its mark on the entire Middle East. Not only are there temples and ziggurats scattered around the region, but the literature, cosmos, and rituals influenced by their neighbors to such an extent we can still see in the echoes of summer in the Judeo-Christian Islamic tradition today. From these ancient temples, and to greater extent through writings of hymns, myths, and lamentations and incantations, archaeologists and mythographers have often offered the modern reader a glimpse into the religious world of the Sumerians. The Sumerians envisions the universe as a closed dome surrounded by a primordial saltwater sea. According to the Sumerian mythology, the gods originally created humans as servants for themselves, but freed them when they became a little too much to handle. Traces of Sumerian religion survive today and are reflected in the writings of the Bible. Number 3. Finnish Paganism. A polytheistic religion without a name, Finnish paganism was the indigenous religion of Finland until it was Christianized. Evolving from shamanism, it shared a number of features including ancestor veneration with neighboring religions. The Finns also put a great stock in the power of words and thought that both inanimate and animate objects had souls. Finnish pagans were intertwined with nature, and they thought the world was created from an egg of a divining duck. Yes. The main god of the religion was Ukko, the sky and the thunder god, and his feast day was held on April 4th, which was one of their most important dates in their calendar. He shared a few common traits with the Norse god Thor, namely a magical hammer, and thunderstorms were said to be caused when Ukko slept with his wife, Akka. Dang. In a weird twist for such a manly god, Ukko's sacred animal was said to be a ladybug, and it was known as Ukko's cow, somehow. Number 2. Canaanite religion. Also unnamed, this was a religion of the Canaanites native to the area between Mediterranean Sea and the Jordan River. For thousands of years, the only evidence we have of their religion was that from the Torah and the Bible, where they were constant enemies of the Israelites. However, between 1927 and 1937, a number of Canaanite tablets were discovered on the northern coast of Syria. It was a polytheistic religion with a number of deities, and the more prominent ones among them was El, the extreme deity, and Baal, the sun and the god of thunder and rain. One of the most popular myths was of a fight between Baal and Mot, the god of death. Baal challenges Mot and easily is overpowered, leading to a drought, and all of the other gods, led by El, band together to free Baal. Anat, the virgin goddess of war, ends up going to the underworld, slaying Mot and freeing Baal. Influenced by a number of neighboring sects, it was slowly eroded by Israelites, conquests, and religious pressures until it vanished altogether. And finally, number 1, the ancient Basque religion. The ancient Basque religion had several deities, but centered on the great goddess named Mari. She was both seen as kind, compassionate, and as a goddess, a wrathful and destructive one. She could easily just deal out of lawful judgment to the wicked, as well as cause violent hailstorms for no apparent reason. A subterranean goddess, ancient Basque believed that her underworld home was a kind of paradise that influenced the world via caves and holes. She, and other associated beings called Laminak, affected humans' affairs by reciprocity. The Basque culture in general was very concerned with truthful, cooperative living, and Mari and the Laminak would step in to thresh out any dishonesty. One story says that if a farmer tried to withhold some of his crops from those in need by saying that he had less than he did, either Mari or the Laminak would take them away and leave only what he had said that he had. The rest would be whisked away to Mari's underworld abode to her supplement of her great wealth. So, what was your favorite on the list? Did you learn anything today? Let me know. Oh yeah, it's time for your next riddle. Are you ready? It belongs to you, but your friends use it more. What is it? Be sure to put your answer in the comments below, and I'll reveal the answer in the next video. Top 10 disturbing people from the past history books tried to erase. That's all for today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jessa. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see your beautiful faces in the next one. Bye bye!